Well, hey guys, Whiskey 3 Charlie Tango W3CT, your good old friend Jack. And today I'm sitting here on the other side of my ham shack, which is kind of behind me there, if you can see some of the monitors back there. I don't know if you can or not. But anyway, in today's video, we're going to be hooking up the DE19, and I'll show you that to you in just a minute. I am kind of getting I'm kind of getting my radio ready for winter field day because I plan on using the G90 for winter field day. And I was thinking, can I hook it to the computer? And if I do, what does that actually do? I'm kind of believing in my mind what I think it's going to do. And I have a couple reasons for wanting it, but we're going to see here. Now, let's pretense this with, I am not a big FT8 guy. I'm not opposed to FT8. I just don't know anything about it outside of what I've seen from club members using FT8. So I am going to be setting FT8 up today on my G90. I hope. I'm going to try. Like I said, this is completely without watching people's videos. All I have is the directions and hopefully a little luck. All right, let's go ahead and get started with the video. Okay guys, so as I said, I do have everything set up here. I showed you in the little opener there. I got my G90. I have my my battery. I have my CW Morse key. And I know you don't need the key for so-called digital, but I want to check and see if something else is working too, FL Digi. I want to see if it will work with this, okay? All right, I have my Apple laptop, and I hope that the software will work on a Mac. I don't know if that's the case or not, but we're going to give that a go. I have all my cables I need that were in the box. All right. Okay. So let me go ahead and show you the actual unit that I'll be using. Now this unit, I received this when I bought the G90. Now if you go back in my videos, I purchased the G90 probably back in April maybe. No, it was even before that. I started getting into my first field activation was in March, so it had to be like February, I guess, of 2024. And I've never taken this stuff out of the box. So today I thought, it's a cold winter day outside, and I thought this would be an interesting topic to film and something a little different for my channel, right? And for you guys to view, and hopefully maybe for you to learn from if I do it correctly. All right, so let's go ahead and get rolling here. So I'm going to move this camera, I think, around. I'm going to move my light around here. Okay, let's see if I can see this thing. Okay, turn my light around a little bit. There we go. Okay, so the first part of everything here is going to be this DE19 expansion card. Okay, now I don't know why they call this a card. It's actually more of a box, right? If you've seen these before, I don't know what the price is on this. I will find it, and it came from Radioddity. I'm sure you can buy this from other suppliers. I guess I'll need the USB cable. So you could buy this from other suppliers, I'm sure. But this one came with my kit. All right, I bought the G90 as a package deal. So this was in the package, along with the stand that a lot of you have asked about, and I've sent links out for the stand. And I'll link the stand again in the description below. So this is the box. When I first took this out, I was wondering, how does it power? I'm believing that it powers over this cable that's hooked to the back of the radio through this wire here, right? This wire right here. I believe that's how it hooks up. Now, again, I do have my handy dandy directions, which I'm using today. So if you noticed, yes, I have my spectacles on so I can read this stuff. It looks relatively easy to connect together. I don't think that's going to be the problem. So the next thing I gotta do after that is install the software. And hopefully I can get the software in. And when I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do some screen recordings also, so we have those for this video. Now, this could be a lengthy video. I don't feel that I want to do any cutting and a bunch of editing unless there's a lot of mistakes. But I want to show you the mistakes. Part of this channel is showing you, this is my ham radio journey. It could be your ham radio journey. And I want to show you that you can make mistakes. It's okay. I don't want it to be that, hey, you know, Jack knows it all. Jack does not know it all, right? Jack is learning. Jack is just picking this stuff up and trying to figure this out. Now, as I said about FT8, I have an interest in FT8, but I've never used the mode. I am a CW guy, as you see, right? I'm a CW guy. I like CW, and I enjoy working stations all over the world with CW. Even on my base rig, I very seldom ever used a microphone, except for contacting POTA stations of guys I've been meeting along the way on CW, and if they're activating, I'll contact them on sideband. Now, not to say that I do enjoy sideband. I love talking to people in DX lands and around the States. That's great, but it's not my primary mode of ham radio. Primary mode is CW. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here connecting these wires and working through this. And you guys are going to work through it with me. I do have a secondary camera. I don't know how it's going to record. It doesn't have a screen on it. It's an old GoPro. But I think that way I can get a couple different views. And maybe, see, I don't have a whole lot of room around my desk here. But I was going to get a different view on it. So if one camera works, we'll go with one camera. I have some secondary camera shots, so we will utilize that if we can. All right, so the first thing we're going to do to get underway here is, obviously, we're going to look at the directions. And the first thing I'm going to do is wire up the box. The second thing I'm going to do is try to get the software. Hopefully the software will be out there for the Mac. If not, I'm going to have some more troubles. And I do have a couple Windows laptops around here, so we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. All right, Jack, start working. Quit talking. You're getting too wordy. Good. I am. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we are going to unstrap this cable, knowing that it'll never go back in the box the same way. Yeah, it will. I have faith. I have faith it'll go back in the box the same way. All right, that is done. Next, we're going to stretch the cable out here. Try to get some of the kinks out from being in that box so long. Both of these are, looks like a 9-pin DIN is what I'm thinking that is. I think it's 9 pins. I didn't count them, but just being an old computer guy, I'm kind of guessing that's probably what that is. So that is going to go into the ACC. The ACC, if I look for the tab, should be a tab in there. All right, very simplistic. ACC. The next thing it says I'm going to need here from this box is, well, I'm going to need all the cables, aren't I? Am I? I don't have all those cables. Oh, okay, we're not doing the CIV. So we're doing the inner cable. Now I'm thinking, looking at the back of the G90, does it have a COM port? Yes, it does, right there. So the one wire is going to go there, the other wire is going to go here. Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. So why don't we do that now? Let's go ahead and take this wire. And these look like they're 1/8 inch phone jacks. 1/8 inch jacks. They look pretty standard. They look like they have 3 connectors on them. The tip, the mid, and then the ground base here. Kind of what I'm thinking. So let's get these undone. And we'll go from there. I guess I do have that camera up there too, so you can see some of this stuff. So here's the cable. Well, they give you a long cable for this one. It's pretty long. Try to put that on that side. This, it looks like it goes into, well, the CIAV is what I'm guessing. So this one goes into this one, CIV, right there. The PA on this particular G90 is apparently right now not being used. Okay, that's if you have the XBA 125B. and you would connect that into there. Okay. Oh, okay. That's the power amplifier. So yeah, we don't have a power amplifier, so we're good. So those two. So you need this box also. I'm sorry, if you have an amplifier. If you bought the amplifier for your G90, you're gonna need one of these boxes to connect that up to your radio. Now, with that said, we are going to kind of place this back here. Right there. I think that would be a good place for it. We are now going to, and I did bring my paddle cable out, and I do have a coax cable here so we can get an antenna on the radio. Notice I didn't hook the power up yet. The power's right here. I didn't hook the power up yet because I didn't want the radio to have power when I was making all these connections to it. Just kind of weird. I guess maybe a safety thing for me. Okay. In the back of the radio, I'm actually going to pull this camera up a little bit so I can work with the radio here. In the back of the radio, we have the ACC and we have the COM port. This is where these need to be plugged in. The ACC and the COM port is what it's showing. So I'm guessing here, okay? So don't beat me up in the comments and say, no, Jack, you did that all wrong. I have a COM port, I have an ACC, so that is what I'm going into. My key is going into the key port, or the key. The small wire is going into the COM port. And if you're looking right now, you're going, hey, I made that same mistake that guy made. That's quite possible. I've made mistakes before. The trick is not to blow your radio up. And other than that, I mean, if it doesn't work, we'll figure that out. The next one is ACC. So we're going to plug the ACC into here. It doesn't go that way, Jack. It goes upside down. So it does go upside down. The flat part would be on the bottom. All right, I got all that set up. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to screw my coax in. Because you guys, if you watch enough of my videos, you know that I do not like to power a radio on until the coax is in. This coax is going to my antenna on the back of the house. Now we're going to go ahead and throw the power on it. Alright, got everything in there. Take that over there, get these out of the way. Try to make it so nothing gets bunched up in the back there. It is a boatload of cables. Do you guys ever use that phrase? Boatload. There's a lot of cables back there. Take this over now. I'll plug this into my paddles. Because so many people say, that's not a key, that's paddles. Right? Paddles. Good deal. The next thing. We're coming over this way. Now I do have this adapter for my laptop. It is a MacBook Air. So this is a USB-C. 2, it's really cool. It goes to VGA, but I need the USB port. So that's what I'll be using today. Now, let's move on here. Put that one over there. All right. Moving on. And as I said, please don't beat me up in the comments below with, Jack, that video was so long. Oh my God, you talk too much. It is going to be long. I told you that. But you know what I'll do? I'll put chapter markers in case you're looking for something. You come here and you just want to know 1 or 2 things about it. Then we'll go with that. Okie dokie. There's the computer. Now, would I ever do this on a pod activation? Probably not. Well, now I just figured out how this thing gets power. It powers through the USB. So it's on, right? I have power. It says on the air and online. Now, I don't know what those lights are for, but we're going to keep an eyeball on those. But what we have to do now is see if we can get the software. So that's going to be the next part here, is to see if we can get the software. Okay, guys, so in true fashion and in experimenting, I don't want these videos to be like everything's always successful if it is not successful. Today's video, from what I showed you here, what I went through, the connections and everything, was an absolute complete, uh, it was absolute complete bust, okay? It didn't work. None of it worked. Now, that could be that my software on my Mac, I'm running the latest, greatest operating system. There's a lot of issues there. The box does not work as a sound card like I thought, and you guys might be laughing right now at me, maybe. But, you know, I wanted this video to be very authentic. Authentic? Yeah. Anyway, you know what I mean. I want it to be very true. So, anyhow, it was a complete bust. I'm going to show you on the screen what I got here on the Mac. Maybe one of you guys know what's going on. And I'm a computer guy. This is what I do for a living. I teach computers. And I don't get this error message at all. So, this is when I tried to install WSJT-X. This is what I got. I got a shared, if you can see it there, a shared memory error. I have no idea how to fix that or correct that. So, but you can see the box. Everything is connected. Now, I can tell you the connection that I thought went in the COM port is supposed to go in the input port here. Okay, this is another mic port. So, sort of a data port for the microphone, so that the small cable does go here. It does not go where I originally told you it goes. So I did figure that part out for sure. Sorry, the camera moving around there, but yeah. So, you know, experimenting with ham radio, it is what it is. I mean, I love experimenting with ham radio gear. I thought this would work. No idea why it's not working, but it definitely does not work as a sound card with FL Digi. It'll come up. I got the drivers loaded. If you remember, I was having trouble loading the drivers. I did load the drivers, and I got those installed so I can see those as a, you know, under the drop-down as a USB driver. But it doesn't pick up any audio whatsoever, nothing out of the radio to get into the computer. So I don't understand that part of it, why that's not working, but it's not working. So anyhow, but the G90 is still a great radio. It's a good radio. I really enjoy using it. And it was just something I wanted to try out. It was something that was sent to me by Radio Oddity when I bought the kit, or I bought the radio. They sent the, you know, a couple free items, and that was one of them. But it's just not there. It's not working. So I didn't get to try out FT8. I guess I can really buckle down and try to do it off the Icom 7300 with my other Mac, but I don't even know if the software is going to run. So it's just, you know, now maybe if you have a Windows computer, it might be easier. It might work, like be a piece of cake for you, but I don't know. So anyway, experiments don't always go as planned. That's what I tell my kids at school when I'm teaching is we do a lot of experimentation with networking, and if something doesn't work like it should, then we go back to the drawing board. But I just spent the past, well, the video is not that long, but I spent the past like 2 or 3 hours trying to figure this out, and I'm just at wit's end. I have no idea what to do. So if you remember Einstein, he always said that if you keep trying the same thing over and over and over and keep getting the same results, that's the definition of craziness, right? Insanity. So I don't want to do that. But guys, I am going to post this video so you can see it. And, you know, it's a letdown, but it's okay. I'll get through it. And maybe I'll figure it out. Or maybe you guys will figure it out for me. That's why I want to post this video. Put in the comments below. Hey, Jack, this is what you did wrong. Email me. If you go to qrz.com, look up my call sign. My email's in there. Email me and say, hey, this is what you can try. I would love to hear from you guys to fix this. Just to get it working. But until then, obviously, I'm not going to be using FL Digi. It was a bust. DigiRig, FL DigiRig thing, it was a bust. The cat control does not control the radio. The radio is not even in the program, the G90. So that was a bust. The WSJ-TX thingy-madiggy for digital, for FT8, that was a bust. But guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope somebody can help me clarify this. I am going to chop this up and edit it down a little bit to make this a little smaller because it just absolutely didn't work. As again, if I use a Windows computer, maybe Linux, maybe I'll have better results. I don't know. And maybe I'll try that later on. And if I do, I'll bring you back, give you an update of what happened. But until then, leave in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks to everybody out there that's been subscribing to these videos. As you can see, these videos are very real. This is not a Jack knows everything, because I don't. But I do love to experiment. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I do appreciate you. And, if you enjoyed it, smash that subscribe button. Give it a big old thumbs up. I would appreciate that. And more than that, I would appreciate your help. If you have any suggestions or ideas, please email me. Please put them in the comments below and let me know. Thank you so much for watching. This is Whiskey 3 Charlie Tango, W3CT, your good old friend Jack. This is my ham radio journey, guys. And I'll see you back here next time. Hope to catch you on the airways. 73s, and bye for now.